The weekend is here, and we have a Saturday afternoon affair for you right here on the ISC Sports Network. It is a conference championship prelude. Two teams undefeated in the Hoosier Heartland Conference. Taylor coming in at 14-4, 5-0 in conference play, will take on the Clinton Prairie Gophers, 12-2 and 4-0 in conference play right here on ISC. Today's game is a presentation of Davis Comfort Solutions, providing residential and commercial HVAC installation, repair, and maintenance in central Indiana. By the Frankfort Eagles, they are people helping people. Day Inn Gitna Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the Healthy Communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. And the Farmers Bank, let's grow. As we welcome you into our Healthy Communities of Clinton County pregame show, joined by my broadcast partner today, Joe Rook. I am Sean Walker. And Joe, these are two teams trending in the right direction at this point in time of the year.
Yeah, obviously. Taylor coming in 14-4, Clinton Prairie at 12-2. So both teams are playing really well. I mean, I am really excited looking at the stats for this game, how this game is going to play out. I think this is really an interesting contest. And both teams, as you mentioned, undefeated in their conference. Taylor coming in at 5-0, Clinton Prairie 4-0. So we look forward to a great game.
Our keys brought to us by Davis Comfort Solutions. What are your keys today, Joe?
Hey, let's look at the first one, conference champs. Now, there are a few games after this, but basically what they're playing for today is the Hoosier Heartland Conference Championship, with both teams undefeated. So I would expect both teams really ready to come out. Let's get after each other, and let's see what we can do today. The second one, I got own court there. What I mean, the own court by Clinton Prairie, they kind of own this court. It's their home court. They have yet to lose at home. So I would expect Clinton Prairie to come out really strong, get after Taylor early, and let's see how Taylor can withstand that. But Prairie has had great success on their own court, their home court. So let's see how that plays out. And then the last one, the Clinton Prairie defense versus the Taylor offense. Prairie's kind of known for that matchup zone, if you will, 3-2, 1-2-2, half court, whatever they come out and do there on their zone, and Taylor's offense. The thing I wanted to mention about Taylor real quick, on their floor percentages, they shoot as a team 56% as a team.
That's pretty darn good.
That is real good. So I'm interested to see how the Taylor offense matches up with the Prairie defense.
Let's take a look at our players to watch for today's game. First up for the Taylor Titans, it's going to be the sophomore, Javion Harris. Look at his numbers, a double-double average on the season, and he's got 9 double-doubles this season in their 18 games. So he's a problem, 6'4" sophomore.
That's an impressive stat line for anyone, and a sophomore at that. So, and as I'm sure you'll mention, Sean, but Taylor, what a young starting group they have. 1 freshman, 3 sophomores, and a junior. That's impressive.
Yeah, their average age 15 and a half for the players that play a lot. This is a very young team. On the other side of the floor for Coach Chad Peckinpah, player to watch tonight, going to be Jake McGraw, the junior. 26 points per contest. Last time out, 30-10 versus North Montgomery. And, man, Jake McGraw's so cool. He's got his own website now. I was looking around earlier to see how he did against North Montgomery. You can just literally go check out Jake McGraw's site. He's got highlights. He's got his stats. Talk about self-promotion. You got to love technology today.
That young man is on top of everything, not only his game but the technology. So, yeah, that's cool. And he's playing extremely well.
Climbing the all-time scoring list very quickly as well, and we'll show you that graphic here in just a little bit. But for now, we'll step aside. We'll get the national anthem underway, and when we return, your starting lineups and your tip. You're watching IHSAA boys basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby-o. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome. Upgrade today.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Frankfurt Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfurt Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfurt, Indiana.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School. Starting lineups for the Taylor Titans is being announced at the moment. They'll start today: Dre McClatchy, Christian Hall, Keyshawn Galloway, Connor Benyon, and Javion Harris, our player to watch. Today's starting lineups brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. That's a great leadership on both sides of the floor. We've got an outstanding coach in Chad Peckinpah, who is also the athletic director at Clinton Prairie. And for the Taylor Titans, they've got Robert Wannell, who's the head coach and athletic director at Taylor.
Right, absolutely.
Longtime coach, a lot of knowledge out there on the floor today, and that's why you see two teams playing such great basketball. Our starting lineups for the home team today be much of what we've seen almost all season long: Jake McGraw, Ryan Harshbarger, Caden Davis, Lane Holliker, and Levi Osler.
A lot of experience out there for the Clinton Prairie Gophers. That's a group that has played together for a couple years now, and their cohesiveness is very good. That defense that they play, it seems like everybody always knows where the other person is on their team is on that zone defense. So, yeah, they play extremely well together.
As you see the starters, they got the lights off. An early afternoon start today because we have girls basketball sectional championships happening across the state later this evening.
Yep.
Want to send a congratulations to two local teams that made it to a sectional championship in the Rossville Hornets and the Clinton Central Bulldogs. Those two lady ball clubs will face off later tonight.
I was going to say, and ironically, they play each other tonight.
Yeah.
So the good news is Clinton County only have one champ for sure, but hate to see one of them lose, but hats off to those two teams and best of luck tonight.
Our officials today: David Spencer, John Fink, and Stu Casper. Brought to us by Aaron's Flooring. Make sure you visit them online at aaronsflooringllc.com. The tip is up, and Taylor will start out with the basketball first. So look to work things around here. That's McClatchy, number 3. Coach sent over his notes before the game for us. He said, I got 5 guys that really feel like at any point in time could give us 20 points. And there's a quick early 3 for Connor Benyon.
Yeah, great start by Taylor, working that ball around. Got an open 3, knocked it down, so a good start for the Titans.
Good hard screen there from Osler. They tried to free up Harshbarger momentarily. I think a matchup to kind of watch as the game goes along. Obviously, you want to keep an eye on Jake McGraw. That's touched by Osler there, but somebody like Caden Davis, and I know the Gophers play a lot of zone, but he's really got that size and that matchup ability against Javion Harris down low. It'll be interesting to see how those two kind of square off against each other.
Yeah, how that plays off. Taylor started out in a man-to-man, see if they'll stay with that throughout the game.
He's obviously out of the zone. You still got to match up and find a guy to box out.
Yep, absolutely.
Good patience early from this very young Taylor team. That shot short, offensive rebound. Back to McClatchy, 3. That one rattles out, and Holliker secures the rebound. Taylor so far, though, Joe, they look really good against this Prairie defense. A lot of patience. The throw ahead, and they get the layup. Binion, he's got back-to-back field goals. How much does an early game affect you in the season like this when you're used to playing Friday nights, maybe Saturday night, and here you are middle of the afternoon on a Saturday?
It could affect you. I think it's cool for the teams to do that, because if you would advance in the tournament, it's like a regional round, you play an afternoon game the very first time, so this is good. You know, and the guys practice after school, afternoon. It may be just a little earlier start time here than what you normally practice, but yeah, it could be a little bit of a different thing, but I don't think it's that much.
Down low, McGraw draws the contact. Such a headsy play there by the junior, knowing he had the defender sealed off and then waited. You could see him looking back, knowing the contact was coming.
Yeah, that's interesting that he can have that body control. You know, I'm sure the coaches would tell you, hey, keep your eyes on that rim and concentrate on that, but he can get away with that.
Leaves his first free throw attempt today a little short. The Gophers trail early here in the first quarter. And both rattle out there from McGraw, so an empty trip for the Gophers. Quick crossover by Keyshawn Galloway. It's been Binion with the hot hand earlier, but he throws it away here. McGraw on the run out, McGraw on the dunk.
All right, take that for those 2 free throw misses. I'll jam the next one home and be sure we'll get it.
5-2 your score now. Gophers really extending that defense. 3 here. Galloway leaves it a little short. Holliker on the rebound and then deflected. Should be Gophers ball, yep. Last touch by Christian Hall. Coach Peckinpah peeking in to hear the conversation here. And now they're going to reverse the call, and Peck is
not overly.
He's saying, hey, man, it was either touch or it was a foul, one of the two.
Not overly enthused by that. So can we talk about that a little bit more? And one official is at the scores table, and they're bringing.
I think they're going to bring the coaches in and have a conversation with them here early.
Kind of interesting that you'd have all the coaches in on a call like that, which is early in the game, and
obviously a lot riding on this one.
Yeah.
You want to try to make sure you get it right. Officials, it looks like every official saw something a little different.
Yeah. So there's a lot of conversation, which as far as the officiating crew is good. You got they're going to get their heads together, get it figured out.
It'll stay with Taylor. That's why you have 3, right? So you can get a 2-1 vote.
6 eyes on that ball there.
Caught you being hounded. You know, one thing that I was thinking of today coming into this game, realizing how young Taylor is how they would fare going up against a much more seasoned, at this point, team, with the Gophers having upperclassmen, having some seniors. But I'm impressed. I mean, already I can tell they've passed the eye test for me.
They're well schooled. They're well coached. Working that ball around, nobody's just going to take it and throw one up. They're going to get the shot that they want and what they're looking for.
Coach Wanell won a state title at Indianapolis Tinley back in 2017. Went to Kokomo for a few years and now finds himself here at the helm of Taylor. McGraw's second field goal. He'll cut the lead to 1.
Gophers obviously looking for Jake McGraw to help him offensively get going here.
Looking inside. The shot up and strong off glass. Javion Harris.
Good bank shot. Nothing wrong with using that bank board in there when you got people slapping at you and trying to block your shot. Use that bank board.
Harris already at 6'4" as a sophomore. Looks like he's got a good post game. And then outside 3 here. Lane Holliker knocks one down.
I think in that kind of Holliker spot over there in that corner, I think
he likes the hot corner.
Yeah, I think he likes that area over there.
That'll tie things up at 7 apiece. McClatchy looking for a teammate. He'll find Hall. You know, when talking about Harris, I look his three-point shooting stats. He doesn't shoot a ton of them, but he's 5 of 7 on the season. He shoots 71%.
Yeah, we'll kind of, as the game goes on, we'll kind of look at some of the shooting percentages of the Taylor players. There's some they shoot the ball really well.
And you can tell how patient they are. No shot clock in Indiana high school basketball. And every time down the floor, Taylor has been very methodical in waiting until they have a good open shot or something at point-blank range.
Yes.
This foul here is against Ryan Harshbarger, his first. Alex Dean's going to check in. Coach switching some things up a little bit here. Jacob Wilson comes in as well. As 21, Nick Curtin into the game.
Clinton Prairie not afraid to substitute, getting some different players in here early.
Gophers a team that for most of the season didn't go real deep, maybe 6 or 7, and now really starting to expand that bench. Bringing a couple players up from JV time with Nick Curtin and Hunter Haynes. They've been seeing more minutes. A couple of younger players that have played well. Now a little too quick there for Hall. Turnover gives the ball back to the Gophers. Tonight's game brought to you by the Frankfurt Eagles. Serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally, the Frankfurt Eagles offer something for everyone. For more on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt.
I was going to say real quick, Taylor with 3 quick turnovers here in the first quarter. They only averaged 9.5 turnovers a game.
McGraw, mid-range jump shot, knocks it down, and the Gophers have their first lead. 9-7 now.
So, man, that's impressive. Only 9.5 turnovers a game. They handle the ball very well.
3 here. McGraw on the rebound. And now a foul going to be whistled against Taylor. Jacob Wilson will get it across the timeline here for the Gophers. Gophers having a hard time penetrating this defense here from Taylor. Harshbarger goes baseline and then traveled.
That's excellent defense there by the Taylor defender. I believe that was number 11, Binion. Moved his feet, slid his feet, excellent. Stayed in front of the player and got the turnover.
Hall over to McClatchy. Hall's three-point attempt up. That one awful wide left there. He had a nice night the other night against Eastern, scored 13 points. Taylor had those quick 7. They've had quiet last couple of minutes here on offense. Good head fake. Basket's in. Caden Davis gets his first field goal. He's a player that's been ramping up his offensive output recently.
Yeah, he's had some good outings. Davis always does a good job. Seems like he knows exactly what his role is, where he's supposed to be on the court, where his shots come from, and does a good job.
Hunter Haynes on the floor as well, number 24. Talked about him a moment ago, earning playing time, and now you see him out here early in the first quarter in a a game that really is for all the marbles for the
Yeah.
Gophers. They've already beaten Carroll. If they were able to beat Taylor today, it's their championship to lose at this point.
Right.
If Taylor wins today, they still have to play Carroll.
Which
And
is
then
a very formidable
Yep.
an opponent. So, yeah.
It's a team with Chris Huerta, who's climbing their all-time scoring list very quickly. We've been chronicling his scoring output as well. Shot from the corner, off the mark, followed by Binion. Couldn't get it to drop. And we'll head to the break. 11-7, your score after one.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Davis Comfort Solutions.
At Davis Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling, the name says it all. Davis Comfort Solutions will keep you comfortable all season long with 2 locations, Fowler and Colfax. They service most of central Indiana.
We've got the air necessities, great service and efficiencies, bringing peace and comfort to your life.
DavisComfortSolutions.com.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Welcome back here to Clinton Prairie High School, 11-7 at the start of the second quarter. Clinton Prairie with the basketball first. They look inside to McGraw, very quick passing here to Dean. Dean knocks down the 3.
Great look by Jake McGraw. Quick out pass, open 3, knocks down by the Gophers.
Something that's probably underrated for Jake is his court vision.
Yeah.
He averages almost 3 assists per game.
I think I think you'd say his basketball IQ is pretty high.
Very high.
Yeah.
This portion of tonight's game brought to us by Day and Gannett Funeral Home, with locations in Frankfort, Rossville, Flora, and Mulberry. They're here to serve you in your time of need. Visit dayandgannettfuneralhome.com for more information. Save opportunity. Karams off of Osler. Bounces back to the Titans. And you'll have to forgive me if I call them the Trojans. We see the Taylor Trojans a lot on our airwaves as well.
Yeah, I understand. It'd be an easy mistake.
Floater in the lane. Little strong, couple players hit the deck, and hopefully Alex Dean is okay. We saw an injury last Saturday on this end of the floor, Joe. A sophomore and Carter Biggs that it was a significant knee injury, and I was shocked to see him walk off the floor under his own power.
We were both shocked. That was an amazing thing, and I hate that for Alex Dean. Looks like a little ankle tweak there. Hopefully, when I say tweak, hopefully it's no more than that. Couldn't tell if that was ankle or knee, but that's not for us to decide. Hopefully they can get him on the road to recovery right now.
Longtime trainer Laura Harrison. She's been earning her money recently, to say the least. See if she can get him taped up and back out on the floor potentially. That shot strong. Osler can't get the putback. Now we get a foul here. This is going to be the second one against Harshbarger. And that could be big. Harshbarger, the second leading scorer on this team. Right. Scoreless so far tonight. Now to this point, they haven't needed his scoring output, but
Clinton Prairie only has 2 starters coming in double digits. But as you mentioned, Sean, several times, they've had other players step up throughout the year that on a given night can score points.
The last 2 times we saw the Gophers on the airwaves, it was Caden Davis in double figures. He had 19 one of those nights and 14 or 15 the other. I can't remember, but, man, he looked really good. It's a benefit to both of these coaches and their programs, having multiple players that can give you 15, 20 points on any given night. Two teams, obviously conference opponents. They are not in the same sectional, however. For Taylor, they're part of that Tipton sectional. So they'll face off against a potentially number 1 ranked team in 2A in Tipton.
Yeah, that's a tough sectional. Got
Blackford's in there, Taylor's in there. McGraw gets the shot to drop. He's got a quick 8.
did a good job playing through contact there, as we always talk about. Went up strong, finished for 2. Jake McGraw did.
Good open look. 3 on the way. That one rattles out. Harris has had a couple of open looks from 3, hasn't been able to knock one down yet. Now 5 of 9 on the season. McGraw gets around his defender, nobody stops ball, and he's got a quick 10. He's in double figures. This portion of our broadcast brought to us by the South Fork Restaurant. Dine in or carry out. South Fork is known for daily lunch and dinner specials. Make sure you swing by. The kitchen's open from Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Visit the southforkpub.com for more menu options. It's also brought to us by Indy Card Exchange, where for more than 30 years they've been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards of all kinds. And now they're refining the game of professional grading with consultation services that save you time and money. Go to IndyCardExchange.com and see how you can make money off your collection. That's something that I need to do here really, really soon. I need to quit buying and start taking what I've bought and go in and have it graded to make it more valuable.
There you go. Yeah, well, you'll do that. It's a busy time for you. You'll get that after basketball season. Hey, one thing on our keys to the game, we're talking about the Prairie D and the Taylor offense. Taylor got off to a quick 5-0 lead. 2 baskets, Binion had a couple baskets, a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer. And the Prairie defense, I think, has definitely stifled Taylor here recently. They're getting some open looks, but they're definitely, I think they're probably not getting the ball as quickly as to where they're used to having the ball. So that's causing them some frustration.
Yeah, to your point, an 18-2 run by the Gophers. Still very patient on this end. That one partially blocked. Harris back up and finishes in traffic. Hall.
Yeah, very good work by Hall there. Kind of the shorter guy in there was able to get it up through the trees and 2 points.
Fall away from Holliker. Get the bump whistled here, and he'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Aaron's Flooring offers luxury vinyl plank carpet installation and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com or give them a call at 601-4145 for a free quote. Holliker's first trip at the line. And the Gophers have not converted. 0 for 3 so far.
Gophers as a team come in shooting 63% on free throws.
Leaves it short again. Obviously, when you're up 9, you don't think too much of it, but if this thing starts to close the gap, those free throws could loom large.
Yes, they certainly can.
Down the lane, Harris off back iron. And now a offensive foul called against Caden Davis. They said he slid out into the screen.
I don't know if we'd have a replay on that or not, but that call, when we get a replay of it here, it's the officials watching that all the way. If you can see him right underneath the basket here.
Yep, he moves right into it.
Yeah,
And that's more on McGraw than it is Davis, correct? Because he's supposed to come off the screen tight.
He can be, yeah. Especially on your offense, you obviously want to come off your screens very tight. That was kind of an unusual screen right there, but I think the correct call.
Now we get a hand check foul here against Hunter Haynes. So back-to-back fouls called against the Gophers.
For Taylor, right now they have 3 players in the scoring column. I'm sure they'd like to get another 2 of their one or 2 of their other players going, get some points, keep that ball moving, get their open shots, which they've had. Just got to knock a few more down.
Inside, a little too strong. Hall comes down with it. Good ball fakes. Hunter Haynes secures for the Gophers. McGraw through traffic. Little slide. I think they're getting for the travel first, and they will. Another turnover against the Gophers.
That's Clinton Prairie's 4th turnover of the game. Both teams had 3 in that first quarter. That's a good job by Taylor there, getting in front of Jake, causing that travel to occur.
Last night, a girls basketball team that we've seen multiple times on our airwaves, their season came to an end, but it was a pleasure to watch Allie Harness and Madison Wagner at Carroll. They were defeated by Central Catholic last night in the sectional semifinals. Did you get a steal here? Run out the other way. No, McGraw tried to flush it. And now a whistle against McClatchy.
Quick note on that play right there. Jake McGraw did not give up on that play. The Clinton Prairie guy out in front, you thought would have, hey, he's going to make that layup. I can slack off, don't have to follow through. But Jake followed up, hustled in there, got the rebound. Now an opportunity for 2 free throws. Those are the plays that separate good players to great players.
Kind of sets the tone, right, to the rest of the team that says, hey. Now, again, free throws a little bit of a struggle. 0 for 5 to start this game. Jalen Wooten going to come into the game, the junior. Clinton Prairie, their season for the girls came to an end last night as well versus Delphi as McGraw gets 1 of 2. I want to say congratulations to them. It was a tough season, but they fought back towards the end of the year and won 4 out of their last 5 games. They dealt with some injuries, a lot of turnover from the year prior. Harris fouled here in the lane.
Yeah, hats off to Coach Morris and the Lady Gophers for sticking with it, if you will. Because, yeah, you mentioned they had some injuries and things going on, so came back, finished up strong, just didn't quite get enough there last night.
Harris gets the first free throw to drop. 3 points tonight for Javion. Caden Davis comes back in as Curtin and Haynes both check out.
On Harris, he shoots 66% from the floor. Harris does.
That one off. Goes 1 of 2 in this trip. Gophers with under 3 minutes to go. Here before the half. So in a 9-point lead currently. Trying to go undefeated in conference play this season. McGraw draws the foul here, and he's got a full arsenal of moves. We've seen him in the post, the mid-range game, knock down the 3. You give him a break, he'll throw one down on you. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
He can just do a little bit of everything, and the little bit that he can do is all pretty good. Put the whammy on him on the free throws here.
We sure have. He is.
We're doing real good on that.
1 of 5 tonight.
Yeah.
Normally a 70% shooter from the line. keep saying on the night, and it's, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if our afternoon start time here, as you look on the side there, on the Clinton Prairie side over there, you see some empty seats. I wonder if the game would have been at night, we would have had a better crowd. But either way.
Obviously no pep band today.
No pep band today, I noticed that. Things were a little quieter over there.
Harris at the free throw line. Went 1 of 2 in his last trip. Able to sneak this one in.
Harris with 4 points, looking for his 5th.
Jacob Trueblood checking in for Taylor during that last free throw attempt. That's Trueblood jumping out there quickly to close out on McGraw. Holliker puts it on the deck, gets in the lane, and scores. And that's one of those little things. I don't know if you saw that off ball, but that was a great screen from Caden Davis that allowed him to get all the way to the rim.
Yes. It was. That's the thing that Clinton Prairie does. You have all guys making different plays to help them get what they need to be. Good play by Harris in the lane.
Well, Javion Harris is going to be a problem. He's only a sophomore. Great size, footwork inside. Davis going after the loose ball there, picks up the foul. Healthy Communities is committed to reducing the risk factors that contribute to chronic disease, including health disparities, by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes. The vision of Healthy Communities is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. Trueblood able to rattle the first one home. Jacob Wilson will come out and take a seat. My daughter is a student at Clinton Prairie, but she's at work today. I'm just noticing not much of a student section there either, in what is really a pretty big home game.
Yeah. So I think the afternoon probably hurt the crowd a little bit, but
Maybe
the crowd,
a late night over at Delphi cheering on the girls.
it could have been, but I think the crowd there will definitely get their money's worth here today.
Harris on the steal. The lead now down to 6. Spins in the lane, and now a traveling violation.
Harris with the Mother May I step, didn't get that.
I like that. They give it to LeBron all the time in the NBA.
Yeah, in another league you get those all the time, but here in the high school, not so much.
I'm pretty sure dribbling is optional at the professional level. And now a traveling violation against the Gophers as they give the ball back. Substitution here is Dre McClatchy checks back in. McClatchy so far scoreless. He averages 12.5 points per game. Is second on this Taylor team in scoring. See if they can find a way to get him going here. These Gophers with a handful of games left in the regular season, and then that state draw coming up here pretty soon we'll get to see. Greg Rakestraw usually hosts that for the IHSAA, one of our own ISC guys. We'll see where the ball bounces, but that Central Catholic sectional is pretty well stacked. You've got Seeger at 10-5. Carroll at 12-5, Gophers 12-2, and Central Catholic at 10-4. It's going to be interesting to see where
how that
everyone ends up.
How the draw shakes out, and who draws who, and that'll be a very competitive sectional.
McClatchy that time ran out of real estate. Did they call him for a foul or a traveling violation? I haven't heard They did. Actually, it was Galloway on the screen set for him.
Got the foul.
Under a minute to go here before the half. Make sure you stay tuned. At the half, we'll recap the scoring, show you some of the highlights from this first half of basketball.
See what Prairie wants to do here, if they'll hold for the last shot of the half.
McGraw gets it across the timeline. For McGraw, he always seems so cool under pressure. Even there, the guy picked him up full court, and he brought it up at his own pace. He does his own thing. He just kind of flows out there on the floor.
Never seems to get rattled.
Harshbarger, 3. Knocks it down. That's a good sign for the Gophers. His first field goal. This one's good if it goes. A little too strong off the glass, but a 24-15 score at the break. Clinton Prairie on top of Taylor. 24-15. Back with our halftime show right after this.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Frankfurt Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Davis Comfort Solutions.
At Davis Comfort Solutions Heating and Cooling, the name says it all. Davis Comfort Solutions will keep you comfortable all season long with 2 locations, Fowler and Colfax. They service most of central Indiana.
We've got the air necessities, great service and efficiencies, bringing peace and comfort to your life.
DavisComfortSolutions.com.
Welcome back here at the half. Score 24-15. Gophers out to a nice first half lead after Taylor started with a 5-0 run to begin the game. The Gophers go on a 24 to 10 run there to close out the half.
Right. So one of our keys, if you remember, Sean, we looked at the Prairie D and the Taylor offense.
Yeah.
I'd say in that first half, the Taylor offense struggled with that zone. They're probably talking about that now in the locker room. Where can we get that ball? Where can we do a little bit more damage against that defense? So Prairie's defense, once again, stepping up as it has all year, causing problems for the offense. And, one of the guy that you mentioned, Jake McGraw, doing his job for the Gophers at 11 first half points, getting to the basket, moving the ball, helping the Gophers get this 24-15 lead here at the half.
I promised earlier we would show you a pretty cool graphic of Jake McGraw, and let's flash that if we could, because he has been climbing that leadership or leader list here. Moved into number 6 there before the contest tonight, and now he only needed 3 to pass Corey Kaplinger, so he's actually gotten even better as this game's gone on because he's got 11 here. So congratulations, Jake McGraw. You are currently sitting at number 5 all-time on the scoring list. It's pretty awesome for the junior.
Yeah, number 5, and if you look at that list, he'll have a little bit to get up to the 1,300s yet, but with the rest of the season, intact, and if they can win some games come tournament time and his average stays about where it is now, we were thinking that he could get in that 3 or 4 range.
Yeah, with a great shot at finishing number 2 for sure.
Yes.
But to become the all-time leading scorer, needed to average about 22, and he averages 26. So it is doable.
It is doable.
It's just a big mountain to climb. Jordan Brewer,
Yeah.
one of the all-time greats there
Yeah.
at Clinton Prairie. But McGraw, again, 11 points here in the first half tonight. Congratulations. He's moved up one more spot on our board before we were able to even show it. That's how we roll. Lane Holliker's got 5 for the Gophers, 3 for Alex Dean and Ryan Harshbarger, 2 for Caden Davis. That rounds out their scoring. On the other side, Taylor, led by Javion Harris, with 6. Connor Binion had those first 5, scoreless since. Christian Hall with 2, Jacob Trueblood with 2. That is the scoring for Taylor. It's a team that they've had some success getting the ball inside. Joe, to Harris. He's gotten to the free throw line a couple times, but just 50% from there tonight.
Right, yeah. Harris, you look for him to try to get him some more opportunities in the lane. He has excellent footwork, jumps real well, so you look for them to get some opportunities for him. The guy for Taylor, Drew McClatchy, did not score in that first half, comes in averaging a little bit over 12 per game. You got to figure that he might be looking for some shots here in the second half, try to get the Taylor Titans on the move.
This portion of our halftime has been brought to us by the Farmers Bank, where they like helping everyone grow, from business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. They draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since the founding in 1876, and that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Congratulations, the Farmers Bank recently cut a ribbon on their Westfield location and opened that up, and coming up next Friday, they will cut the ribbon, the grand opening of the Farmers Bank Fieldhouse. They're right off of State Road 39 and 65 in Boone County.
All right. That's I've had a lot of conversations around town, even though that's in Boone County. So it's interesting to see how that's going to play out. A lot of interesting things you hear in the conversations about that field house. So good thing for the Farmers Bank here in Frankfort, which is branching out all over this area in Indiana. So good for the bank, and interesting to see how that turns out for Boone County.
I love the location. It's basically halfway between Lafayette and Indy, and you'll get those two teams kind of meeting up there at the field house. Probably some good place for the ISC cameras to show up here in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll get you our first half highlights right after this.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclintoncounty.org.
Many communities in rural America are often overlooked as underserved. These communities are being left behind due to lack of internet and access to state-of-the-art technology. That's why Mulberry Telecommunications provides rural broadband services and technology, and is growing their presence in north central Indiana. Because every community deserves infrastructure and beyond. To learn more, contact us today.
Welcome back to Clinton Prairie High School, 24-15, still at the half as both teams warm up. We'll roll some of the first half highlights in the background here as Joe and I continue to talk about tonight's action. You know, going back to the start of the game, it was a great start for Taylor. They got out to that 5-0 lead, and then Jake McGraw got going. He had 6 points there in the first, 11 overall in the first half.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Binion there, quick 5 for Taylor, got him off to a 5-0 lead, and then their offense kind of bogged down Prairie, and their zone defense has slowed up Taylor. And Clinton Prairie here, we're watching the highlights, some of the Gophers' offensive successes here in the first half. Jake McGraw in the lane through contact for 2. And Prairie doing a nice job moving the ball, knocked down some three-pointers, and here where Jake got the easiest basket of the day, I'm sure.
I think I could have made that one.
Made that
I
one.
don't know. It was left-handed. Maybe not.
Yeah. And there you see Hall doing a nice job on the offensive glass for Taylor, sticking with it for 2 points.
There's one of those good seal-off plays down low that allowed Holliker to get his 2. And really, it's been Harris inside who's caused the most damage for Taylor. And I'd like to see them try to feed him the ball, maybe do a little inside-outside action, because I noticed looking at his stats, Joe, he averages almost 3 assists per game. So a very capable passer.
Yeah.
If they can get him in the interior, maybe the kick out to the corners for the threes.
Absolutely, yeah. And
some open areas.
As you mentioned, Harris there doing the damage inside, 66% from the floor. He's a guy you definitely want to get the ball to in the lane. So imagine we'll see him active here in the second half. And go back to McClatchy. Guy shooting 39% coming in for threes on the game and leading free throw percent for the Titans on the free throw line. So look for him to get action here in the offense, try to get him going.
Yeah, very capable scorer. Had a season-high 22 earlier this year against Delphi, but so far scoreless here in the first half is the sophomore. They'll try to get him going as we roll right into second half action. Again, both of these teams sit atop the Hoosier Heartland Conference standings, undefeated. Taylor at 5-0. The Gophers at 4-0. Swim inside. Harris gets it to drop. Did they whistle this against the Gophers? Looks like it could be an and one opportunity here.
Here's a replay on that one thing we talked about, trying to get Harris the ball in the lane. Taylor right to that here for first possession opportunity for a three-point play.
Harris at the line will complete it. He's got 9 now. That's how you start the second half right there. Lead cut to 6.
Definitely.
Good lead pass from McGraw to Harshbarger. Short pull up, no, but Osler, the big fella, gets his first field goal tonight.
Levi Osler under the boards doing the dirty work, get that offensive rebound back up for 2.
You know, for Osler, if I was Osler, I'd be joking in the locker room and letting the guys know, hey, listen, when I'm playing, guys, we're undefeated. The 2 games I missed during the holiday tournament to go, do some football stuff in Florida, you guys dropped those games without me.
Yeah. So what's that tell you guys?
Stepping into a 3 here. Short couldn't get it over the front of the rim. An 8-point lead. The Gophers will look to try to get it back to 10. McGraw's going to bring it back out top and reset.
Taylor staying in the man-to-man as he did the entire first half.
There's that weave action they run with a little misdirection, and Davis can't complete. There's McClatchy. We'll see if he can get off the schneid here tonight. Quick swing. Hall finds Benyon. Patience this possession. This is a lot like the way Taylor started the game. A lot of ball movement. Looking for good open shots, and that was an open look there.
Yes, I would think coaching staff and at Taylor and Drew McClatchy would say, hey, that's a shot I'm looking for.
Holliker's entry pass a little wide that time. McGraw would have needed some go-go gadget arms.
Didn't quite have enough on that one. If there's one thing, you might have knocked Clinton Prairie there on the first half. 7 first-half turnovers. That's their 8th of the game.
5.5 to go here in the third. Saturday afternoon matchup. For Taylor, it's kind of a run of tough part of their schedule coming up as well. They've got, obviously, the Gophers here today, but they still play at Tipton, and then they'll host Carroll. Those are 2 teams that obviously having very good seasons.
Absolutely. That matchup at Tipton, that'll be toughy.
That's kind of a good gauge, right before the draw to see, what you've got in the tank versus a team that in Tipton, who's the number 1 ranked team in the state. Takeaway by Davis. McGraw looks ahead to Harshbarger. And good hustle to get back there. Keyshawn Galloway, the freshman, knocking that one out of bounds. Trying to seal there, and then a foul called against Taylor. I like that inbounds play right there. That was just, you talk about basketball IQ. You've used that a lot on our airwaves, and obviously, McGraw is just, it's seeping around him, right? I mean, that was such a great play. 3 from the corner. Holliker gets another one. He's got 8 tonight. Lead out to 11. Taylor, Binion throws this one up off rim, and that might have been one shot tonight I can remember that Taylor didn't get a good look.
Right.
We're going to get a timeout, Clinton Prairie here. Is good ball pressure that time from Hall. Forces the timeout. At Davis Comfort Solutions, we understand your comfort is important. We want you to be comfortable with every aspect of our service. Along with having a team of highly experienced technicians, Davis Comfort Solutions will strive to be your go-to when it comes to your home, shop, or businesses' heating and cooling needs. For more, visit us online at daviscomfortsolutions.com. It's also brought to us by the Frankfurt Eagles. They've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfurt Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfurt Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfurt. How important do you think it is for Taylor over the next 4 minutes to get this down to, say, a 6-7 point game going in the fourth?
I think you'd say, Sean, that's pretty important because the game flow, if you will, has been slow. Taylor doesn't look like with that defense right now from Prairie that they're going to put a lot of points together like in a hurry. They're not going to come real quick. It's kind of methodical. So, yeah, I would say the next 4 minutes here before the end of the third quarter are very important for Taylor to maintain striking distance with Prairie.
And you can see a sense of urgency right now as well. Look at the pressure they're bringing here.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to see maybe if they can speed up Clinton Prairie a little bit on the offensive end, get them out of their rhythm, try to get things moving quicker.
Harshbarger puts it on the deck. Floater in the lane, leaves it short. Last touch by the Gophers.
I think Davis was the last one there to get a hand on that, but he was doing his normal, as a good player should, point to the other guy. Hey, I think he did.
Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Whether you're a brand new patient or you've been with them for years, they're here to serve you. Give them a call at 654-7222 or visit them online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. See it on your screen there. Braces just $199 a month. I thank all of our sponsors to help our coverage here on ISC, and there's a tough shot. Dre McClatchy gets going.
His first shot of the night is a tough one, but he got it go down. See if that gets him going.
Do we give him an extra point for degree of difficulty?
I think you could, yeah.
McGraw steps into a three. Follows his own shot. And the official's explanation there, as you can see, Joe, is block on top of the ball. The follow-through is where the foul comes from.
Because it did look like on the follow that he did get all ball there, but yeah. Follow-through came down through the arm.
McGraw now with 12. He struggled at the line here so far tonight, but looked pretty good on that shot attempt. He's 2 of 7 from the line. And I jinxed him. Tough shot there. Taylor with an opportunity. Run out. True Blood He's got 2 more.
Nice fast break opportunity by Taylor. Now they're picking up full court.
They've got it to 8. See if Taylor can continue to carve into this lead, maybe get this thing down 3, 4, 5 headed into the 4th. You got to think that would steal some momentum from this home team. A body foul here called against Taylor. I think they're going to get Christian Hall. Nope, they gave it to Trueblood, his second. Jalen Wooten comes into the game, number 5 for Taylor. This team in Taylor just 4 losses on the season. Defeated by 3A McConaughey. They're a tough team with only a couple of losses on the year as well. Lost to Northwestern. That one a tough loss, a 2-point affair. Got beat by Frankfort in the Kitchen Classic. As Jacob Wilson pulls up. Offensive rebound. They get it back to Harshbarger. And now Harris secures. And then dropped one to Lewis Cass back on January 20th. Benyon, what a move.
Nice slash through the lane there by Benyon.
Now a timeout taken here as the lead cut to 6. Day and Genda Funeral Home wants you to know the families they serve are not just their clients, they're the neighbors and friends. Just as each life follows its own path, deciding how you would like to remember and honor your loved one is truly a personal journey. Whether you prefer a simple private gathering, full traditional funeral, cremation, or non-traditional service, they want you to know that they're here to assist you with all your options. For more information, visit dayandgenda.com.
Well, Taylor's done a nice job here getting this down to 6 points. A couple baskets here that got up to 10, and 2 baskets get back down to 6. So I'm sure Taylor wanting to keep it in that 6, 7, maybe 5-4 range here before the end of the quarter.
And you can hear the Taylor fans.
Their intensity is picking up here a little bit. Yeah, been kind of a quiet first 2.5 quarters for them.
Traveled well today here to Clinton Prairie, and you know one of your keys was Gophers are playing on their own floor, but I would argue the crowd not as big as we normally see here at Prairie with an afternoon game on Saturday that you mentioned earlier. Not as many students.
The band's not there.
Does it feel like a home game right now to these Gophers is the question.
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point.
Is it kind of like mistakenly going out on a date with your wife's twin sister? It looks familiar, but it's not.
Oh, dear. It's kind of interesting. Taylor pulled off of the full court press, saving that for a little bit later, I'm guessing.
Maybe conserving some energy. Down the lane, McClatchy going to draw the foul. We've seen his intensity pick up a little bit over the last few possessions.
Maybe on that full court press by Taylor, didn't want to show him too much, didn't have an opportunity to think about that, kind of get something in your mind where you want your players to line up, didn't give him too much info there to look at.
Trey at the line, 77%.
Now once again, we do our job as broadcasters. The jinx came through.
It has been cold shooting from the line here tonight. We'll put it that way for both teams. Curtin comes in. Hunter Haynes comes out.
But McClatchy is a sophomore, shooting 77% from the line and 39% from threes. That's excellent.
Gets 1 of 2 in this trip. The important thing is he chipped away at the lead a little bit with the clock stopped. 1:35 to go. You'll see a clock glitch every once in a while here at Clinton Prairie. That's a transmission from the gym back to our studio. Gets lost in translation from time to time. We said how important it would be to get to 6 or 7 with a little over a minute to go here in the third. They're at 5 right now. And Coach wants to take a timeout. I think he understands the importance of a possession right here.
Right.
Big momentum stealer heading into the fourth. At Healthy Communities, they want you to know that recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, make sure you reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or go online at healthyclintoncounty.org. They've got resources to help you or your loved one get back on the path to recovery. 5-point game, third quarter. A lot of chips on the line here.
Yeah, big possession coming up here. That, as you mentioned, that timeout just preceded here by Taylor. Clinton Prairie had a trap onto the guy too, so wanted to make sure that there was no 5-second count there, making sure Taylor retains possession. But yeah, as you mentioned, I think Taylor feeling like, hey, we're getting right back in this thing. Let's make sure we get a look that we're comfortable with on this possession.
These Gophers riding a 6-game winning streak. That's how they started their season. They won 6 in a row before dropping the 2 in the tourney, that holiday tournament. They've won 6 straight ever since. But Taylor's starting to put some pressure on here in the third quarter. That Gophers defensively get a takeaway.
Taylor bench thought there was a little foul on that play, but the officials did not see that.
Gophers look like they want to hold for 1 here. Curtin looking for help. He'll find Davis. Coach Peckinpah trying to steal some time here and rest McGraw as he's not in on this final possession.
Charge on that play.
31.1 seconds left on the clock.
Player control foul on the Gophers. Give the ball back to Taylor. 31 seconds to go.
Still a big chance opportunity here. Harris and a blocking foul. I think this is the right call.
Yeah, I concur. That is the right call.
Davis trying to get there, just
didn't quite get there in time. Took a shot from the Taylor player, but he just didn't quite get position established.
You hear the Taylor fans cheering there. I think that's because of the foul the last time they won it, they didn't get.
Right.
They're making sure the officials understand that they
appreciate that.
They appreciate this one.
Yeah.
Been a good game of basketball, really. I mean, not a high-scoring affair.
No, not at all. But both teams have been patient, working the ball.
That one partially deflected by McGraw. Under 15. And now you got to go. Got to get the shot up. They will. Binion shot wide right, but Taylor did their job there. They were trailing by double figures. They got it to 5 as we head to 4. Stay tuned. More basketball heads your way right after this.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you are part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Clinton Prairie High School. Basketball will be with the Gophers here. They've got a 5-point lead right now, but that lead was
30.
11.
Yeah, it was 11. Got up, it was 30-20. And Taylor scored the last 5 points there of the quarter, making that a very manageable fourth quarter start here.
McGraw kind of had a quiet third, and on cue, gets his first 2 here. He's got 14 in the game. Quick shot attempt there from Hall, couldn't get it to drop. McGraw in the lane. Last touch by the Gophers. Be Taylor basketball.
I would say after the first 2 possessions there this quarter, Sean, that the Gophers bench talked about getting Jake some more shots. Takes the first 2 opportunities here in the fourth quarter. Knocks 1 down, 1 miss, but they're looking to get him going here offensively after that 1-point third quarter for Jake McGraw.
Good patience again here on offense. Still plenty of time, don't have to be in a hurry here. Mid-range jump shot, pulled up and knocked it down. Keyshawn Galloway's first field goal. And now a timeout taken on the floor. So the Gophers want to talk this one over. A 30-second timeout taken by Prairie. We're back to 5.
That was a great look. A great look there by number 10, Galloway. Did a good job, dribbled in there, open spot, knocked down that open jump shot.
Our next telecast locally here, Clinton Prairie at Rossville next Friday. So these Gophers back on our airwaves. And then Saturday, we got some wrestling championships at Marion University. We'll have the finals for you. So that'll get started around 7:30 p.m. in the evening. Joe and I will be back with the Frankfurt Hot Dogs the week or 2 after that. They've had a kind of a weird part of their schedule where they've been on the road quite a bit, so we have not seen Frankfurt for a while.
They are the Road Warriors right now.
Holliker, 3, can't get it to drop, and then I think it touched the support wire.
Something there, knocked it out of bounds, if you will, so possession Taylor. Opportunity to get that to 3, maybe a 2-point game here for the Taylor Titans.
We saw Christian Hall get a bucket earlier in the first half. Being aggressive on his drive here, going to pick up a hand check foul against McGraw. Good week of basketball actually headed your way again across ISC. All across the network. We chronicled the events locally that affect me, where I've got to be next weekend. But Northview at Danville, that heads your way next Wednesday. We talked about Clinton Prairie at Rossville. That same night on MyNDTV, you can watch Ben Davis at Lawrence North.
Mentioned Danville, they're having a great season this year. The Warriors are. Boy, there's a
over and back call against the Gophers, the turnover.
Gophers' 10th turnover of the game. That was definitely an unforced turnover. McGraw just couldn't get across the 10-second line quick enough to get the ball.
Lead at 5, little over 5 to play. There's McClatchy. Taylor works it around, Benyon with it now. Dre thought about the 3, puts it on the deck, dribbles back out of trouble. Not a lot of places on this zone defense that you can really dribble the basketball, Joe. You got to have ball movement.
Yeah.
Unless you can get them out of position like that and you can get into the lane. It's such a different defense. You just don't see it a ton, but the Gophers run it. They run it really well.
They run it very well.
Harris in the lane. Can't finish. Strong, though, back up and he'll earn a trip to the line.
Wow. Good job by Harris sticking with it. Had a good look, didn't get it. Got that offensive rebound right back, put it back up, and now a chance for 2 free throws.
You can tell why he averages a double-double on the season, man.
Yeah.
He has a nose for the glass. He is constantly around the basketball.
Yeah.
This is a crucial free throw here, though.
Good leaping ability, good hands, good footwork. Just a sophomore.
That one off from the free throw line. There's actually 4 minutes and 33 seconds. There we go. Trying to let fans know there's still a little more time than the 43 seconds it was showing.
See what Prairie wants to do here offensively.
McGraw earns a trip to the line. Let's see if they get Harris for the foul here. They will. It's just his second foul, though. And how about that? Only 2 fouls, and he is constantly in the muck, is what I would call it, you know?
Yeah, in the muck. Yeah, that's a good rugby term there.
15 points tonight for McGraw. A slower scoring night for McGraw. A great scoring night for most.
Yes,
but
yeah.
McGraw, I mean, we just came off of 30 points against North Montgomery. He had 40 points just a few games back. Young man that can definitely fill it up. We'll see if Taylor can chip away at the 7-point lead. Mid-range jump shot. McClatchy's got it.
Drew's 5th point of the evening. Taylor picking up full court again.
Holliker with the ball fake. Back out to McGraw, and now tempo slow back down for the Gophers. Looking for help, they'll find Holliker. McGraw looking over at Coach Peck there for a moment. Making sure the assignment had not changed and it has not. Work as much clock as possible. Good move to get out of that. Misses a shot going down the lane, though. Here comes Taylor. McClatchy. Always scary when a player turns his back and elevates.
Yeah. That everybody seems to be okay, up moving good.
That's the 3rd foul against Holliker tonight. Dre McClatchy has 5 points in the game. Both those players talking together. A good sign of sportsmanship between the two.
Yeah, there was no.
I think they're both just saying, hey, you all right?
No intent there at all. Just
Did that hurt you as bad as it hurt me? Because I think we both got dinged there.
No intent. Just good hard basketball.
Dre knocks down the free throw. Crucial points here for Taylor. This free throw could make it a 1-possession game. Gets 1 of 2. 4-point lead for the Gophers, 3 minutes to go. It's the point of the game where obviously Coach Peckenball has a little bit of upperclassmen out there on the floor and the knowledge where they're still going to play to win, not play not to lose.
Exactly.
That's what you fear with a young team, right?
Right. That's a good point. Let's see what Prairie, I mentioned that before. It's Jake McGraw.
Count the bucket. What a move.
Wow.
McGraw slippery down the lane, gets the finish.
That was a good finish by Jake on the possession before, but we'll see this play right here. Got the contact, finished strong. Good spin on the ball on the glass there to finish that out.
Little English.
Yeah.
That free throw rattles out. Osler there. Can't put it in, and then McGraw stepped out of bounds.
I think that was Holliker. Just fired that long three, made it. Half the crowd goes, "Yeah, that was a great shot." Whoa, wait a minute. I guess it's not our ball.
36-32 possession game. After Taylor, you got to be very methodical in your approach here. You don't have to rush it, but you definitely have to be very intent. We get a foul against Clinton Prairie, and this will help here.
Yeah, get that clock stopped. Get that clock stopped. That is not 28.4, I think, on the time there, correct?
Yeah, 2:04 on the clock. Benyon misses that one.
Taylor leaving a few points here at the free throw line.
We get 1 of 2. 8 points tonight for Connor Benyon. Averages a little over 10 per game. McGraw sidestepping but gets blocked. Galloway with a huge block in there for the freshman. McClatchy pulls up, and he got the mid-range jumper to drop. 3-point lead.
Great sequence there by Taylor.
Davis.
Nice.
Through the defense and scores.
Nice up and under there by Davis.
He's got 4. Lead out to 5. Timeout taken by the Titans. McClatchy trying to save the ball. Might have caught McGraw in the nether regions there. Good time for a timeout. Let him to try to
sort out the butterflies a little bit there. Yeah, Taylor had him trapped there in the corner. Good timeout by coach of Taylor to get things under control. Regroup, down 5. Important possession with 1:24 to go.
These Gophers, they'll play at Eastern next. That comes your way on February 6th. And then we have them on the road at Rossville on February 9th. So 3 games next week. They got Taylor on Saturday today. Eastern on, Wednesday. Rossville on Friday, and then Covington on Saturday, a back-to-back. So
yeah,
quick stretch of games here. By the time the Tri-County game hits on February 17th, Jake McGraw may be sitting in that 3 or 4 spot.
He might. Yeah, they've got some games coming up, so interesting to see what he can do. But you're right, that is a heavy schedule here for the next week for the Gophers.
See what Taylor drew up in the timeout. Not a ton of three-point attempts today for Taylor. They've been very intent on mid-range game and getting to the line, getting to the bucket. And that's Keyshawn Galloway, who had the big block defensively a moment ago, makes a nice drive here.
Yeah, that was a nice move, offensive move. Showing a little hop in the lane there. Got tripped.
They give the foul to McGraw. That's number 3 on Jake. Galloway from the season, or for the season from the line, 55%. Couple of big free throws here.
Obviously, the freshman seeing a lot of minutes this year for the Taylor Titans.
Yeah, this is a young team playing well beyond their years. As we alluded earlier, 3 sophomores, a junior, and a freshman in the starting lineup.
And they play a lot of minutes.
And off the bench, we've seen a sophomore and a junior.
So not most everybody, that is everybody back.
Misses the free throw, but offensive rebound and going back to the line. It's Harris.
And that kind of worked out almost the best scenario for Taylor. Got 1 free throw, missed it, but did get the offensive rebound, and now a chance for 2 more free throws.
That's the 3rd foul on Osler. So 3 fouls on McGraw, Holliker, and Osler. Bring that up because if we were to get extra basketball, that could loom large.
Could very well.
Harris gets them both.
It
is a 2-point game, 38-36. McGraw with the ball. They'll try to get it out of his hands. Bringing the double team out top, Harshbarger. Steps through the double team, timeout taken by Coach Peckinpah. Good time to talk this one over. Good time to let you all know that the Willow Creek Barn has been voted the #1 best menu in the Midwest. Willow Creek is conveniently located right outside of Frankfort, Indiana, with easy access to Lafayette, Zionsville, Noblesville, and Carmel. Their 1800s historic rustic barn is situated on 8 acres, providing an all-natural, picturesque setting for the barn wedding you've always dreamt about. The barn at Willow Creek offers more than just an enchanted setting for your big day or your wedding. You can rent it out for quinceañeras. You can rent it out for graduations. Whatever you want to do there at Willow Creek Barn, they are there for you. Check out their schedule. Visit them online. See when you can find an opening for you and your event. WillowCreekBarn.com.
Well, here with 48.1 to go in this game, 48 seconds, Taylor with only 2 team fouls this quarter can be really aggressive going after the ball. They've got some fouls to give, if you will.
Good point.
So I got to imagine they're going to pick up the Gophers hot and heavy and not afraid to get some hands in there, see if they can get that ball knocked loose, because they can give a few fouls and before the Prairie would be shooting free throws.
And it forces the whistle, or forces the official to make the call, right, on the whistle. You might even get a turnover. Benyon will have McGraw. As soon as he crosses the timeline, they say McClatchy at him as well.
Wow.
Good dump down. Harshbarger scores. Great design.
Great play for the Gophers, absolutely.
4-point game. Not usually referred to as a one-possession situation there, but if you're a Pacers fan and you're as old as I am, you remember the Larry Johnson 4-point play very well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Boy, that was that three-pointer there by Taylor was in and out. That was way down in there. Didn't stick.
This one down the lane. Blocked by Osler. No, foul called against Levi. 40-36.
I would imagine the Gopher fans on that play before thought McGraw probably picked up a charge, but the whistle did not blow, so play on.
And now the only downfall to doing a remote broadcast like we're doing here today, Joe, is occasionally equipment fails. And we've seen the clock struggle a little bit today, and now we've lost communication with it altogether. So
not real sure what the time is. But obviously this free throw here is huge.
Yeah, big.
You want to get down to a one-possession game.
Galloway 1 of 3 at the line today. Needs this one right here for the Titan faithful. He got it. 3-point game. McGraw, there's one of those fouls they'll give.
Puts Taylor at 3 teams fouls for this quarter.
So they'll have to inbound again. This is that benefit strategy here for Taylor's. Like you said, they can be ultra aggressive.
Yeah, you did. Oh, look at there.
Leak out. Osler does his best sticky glue shoe. He was making sure he didn't travel.
Exactly. He did. You want to think, wow, why did he keep going? Well, in his mind, he's like, man, I'm probably doing the best thing I can do is just hang on to the ball and let's maintain possession.
They get it into him again. Now here comes the foul, and it looks in the distance there like there's around 7 seconds. Tough to tell with the basketball structure in the way, but regardless, it's crunch time.
Yeah. Yeah, Taylor. I think, yeah, now Clinton Prairie's going to have to shoot the free throws.
So Harshbarger heads to the free throw line. This is his first attempts of the game.
Huge free throw.
The junior knocks it down. 6 points tonight. That one pushes the lead out to 4. Gets them both. Big free throws there from Harshbarger.
That probably just about did it for the Gophers there. Seal this game up.
3 on the way. Galloway knocks it down, and now a timeout taken. What a shot. The freshman.
Knocked down a big 3.
Ice in his veins. I was getting ready to give McGraw some kudos there because Taylor wanted to roll the ball in and preserve some time.
Yeah.
He came up to put pressure, but then Taylor quickly realizes, hey, we got to get it up the floor fast. The quick outlet there. The shot up by Galloway. Only the second 3-point attempt made here today from Taylor. And in all honesty, I don't remember him taking very many.
No, they had some early ones in the first quarter, but they have definitely slacked off the 3-pointers from there on. Galloway, the freshman, did not score until the fourth quarter. Has shown some life here in the fourth for him.
Yeah, good quarter. He's got 7 points. Took the freshman a while to get going. Obviously, as a freshman, I don't know that you've ever seen this defense, right? And
Probably
you come
not.
in here today, other than practice and walkthroughs, getting prepared.
Yeah, probably not. So, yeah, 7-point fourth quarter for Galloway. Good job for them. So, obviously, Taylor, not much time on the clock.
Yeah, 1.9 is what it's showing in the gym. Just got word of that. So, got to foul quickly, like almost right away.
Yeah, got to foul right away. Hope for the steal. Hope for a quick turnover, obviously, for Taylor.
You know the one rule I wish they would implement in high school basketball, Joe, is being able to advance at the end of the game. Good outlet, and that's going to run out the game. We'll see if they called the foul before. I think they're just saying that's it.
Yeah. I think they're done.
No time left, and that's exactly what they're going to say. 42-40, the Gophers led by double figures for a lot of this game, but credit Taylor. They continued to fight. What an impressive young team. Your final thoughts here, Joe?
Absolutely. Good win by the Gophers. Maintained that home court edge that we talked about before. Still undefeated at home. And Taylor, great second half, got back in it. Good fourth quarter. Just falls 2 points short.
Our player of the game tonight brought to us by the Frankfurt Eagles. It's going to be number 4, Jake McGraw. He finished with a game-high 18 points tonight. He was fantastic.
Jake McGraw a little bit below his average of 26, but still did a lot of good things for the Gophers. Big shots coming down the stretch, handling the ball. getting the ball in good position. So he did a little bit of everything, as he normally does for Clinton Prairie.
A little pizzazz on his last highlight here, where you say doing a little bit of everything, playing the passing lane there and then showing off the leaping ability. Congratulations, Jake McGraw. The final score here today, 42-40. Clinton Prairie with a huge conference victory. That puts them in line for a conference championship now that they have the tiebreaker over the two teams that are right behind them in the standings in both Taylor and Carroll. For our fantastic crew here at ISC, for Joe Rook, I am Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Our game has been a presentation of Davis Comfort Solutions, Eagles Post 976, by Day and Genda Funeral Homes, Healthy Communities of Clinton County, and the Farmers Bank. Again, 42-40 your score. Make sure you check back in with us next Friday, Gopher fans. We'll have the Gophers on the road at Rossville. That does it for our coverage today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good day.
Good night, everybody.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me?
Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable. Touchdown. Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. Said that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby. Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
There's no pizzazz to that, too.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of a